an enclave which was fenced in, nothing like
Right.
yeah, I mean just chain link fence, nothing like
The guideposts.
dangerous.
It's sort of like a
Right.
compound.
A
Yeah.
compound. It was restricted to the
Right.
rest of the
Yeah.
population, but you could go in if you showed your papers.
Mhm.
And he used to travel in these big Benz touring cars.
Six-wheel bench.
They were
Big one.
they could hold the tops down, and
Yeah.
he would sit next to the driver, and he'd hold on to the screen and stand up because the
Mhm.
people
You know,
fall,
you do
Yeah,
that,
the way.
and all this sort of thing.
Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, he used to go sometimes like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, in Polites,
With
when
this
he was
one.
just
Yeah.
walking around, you know, you'd
Yeah.
be required to do this. You kind of
Yeah.
just.
Something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to see what it was like
Mhm.
before, you know, the stupid version, just watch Charlie Chaplin, The Great Dictator.
Yeah.
He has a fantastic version of Hitler.
Yeah.
He dissolves into coughing. You know, he speaks fake, and then he just dissolves it. You know.
Well, the hotel that I stayed in, I get up in the morning, stand on the balcony, and I was looking at this mountain, the Kelstein, with a little tea house on the top.
Mhm.
Unbeknownst to me, that's where her dad was working.
Yeah, that's how we got to live
Yeah.
there. I grew up in, no, I was born in Munich,
Yeah.
southern city, capital of the area.
Yeah.
And because my dad was an elevator engineer, and Hitler had what we call now Klingons.
Mhm.
The men around him were very conscious of his moods
Uh-huh.
and his wants.
Yeah.
There was one guy,
Not Bormann.
he knew what Hitler wanted before Hitler even thought of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, Adolf is gonna be 50 in 39. Let's give him a present. Let's make a tea house up on top of this 5,000-foot mountain.
Mhm.
And the mountain was flat top, but no bigger than twice the length of this room.
Oh wow.
So there was no room for a road.
Mhm.
So at the strategic point, they bumped out like a turnaround,
Mhm.
and they drilled into the mountain 500 feet. Huge overhead room that
Yeah.
a car could drive in. And they made a rotunda inside
Yeah.
that a car could turn around and come back out,
Uh-huh.
and they built an elevator inside the mountain.
So you just go up through the mountains. to get to
500
the-
feet up, okay,
Wow.
and came out inside of the house.
Yeah.
It was a challenge.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Okay? And the
Yeah.
whole thing was put together in 9 months.
Really?
Building the road,
The road is
Italian
fantastic.
road
Yeah.
builders. They're
Italian.
used to mountain roads.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, building mountain roads. They destroyed very little of growth and landscape.
Mhm.
They wanted it very natural. And they had electricity from the valley up, but they didn't rely on that. They
Mhm.
figured, what we're gonna do if Adolf is inside the elevator, we lose power. And, so they drilled another small tunnel and they put a submarine
Mhm.
diesel in
Engine.
it.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
fascinating
okay.
thing with
Yeah.
these pistons going up and down.
Big deal.
Okay, not to shake up the mountain,
Mhm.
they inserted that diesel in a bed of fuel oil
Yeah.
Mhm.
that buffered all this motion and all that.
Yeah.
It was ingenious.
Yeah. That's,
They're still using it. There's a couple of
Yeah.
million people going up
Yeah,
there every
right.
year.
I've been on
So
tour up there.
It's a gold mine.
fantastic. It's all
it's a
granite.
gold mine.
This
Mhm.
massive building, and the road going up is pretty fantastic
Yeah.
too. It's
Yeah.
all these switchbacks.
Yeah,
You know.
beautiful.
Yeah, we did.
Well
say,
constructed.
Yeah.
Well constructed.
Yeah.
And it's not an enormous building, but
No,
it's incredibly.
it's just the footprint of the top of the
yeah,
mountain.
and there's now it's a beer garden,
Yeah.
and then you can walk on a trail on actually the mountaintop up, and
Mhm.
there's that big cross.
Big
Yeah.
cross for the
Yeah.
ramp. And the thing is designed that the only way you can get up there now is with a bus.
Mhm.
Probably
They
holds
won't allow private
Probably
cars.
holds
There's no
20
room to put them.
24 people.
Yeah.
And the way they designed it is this bus will go all the way up.
Mhm.
At a certain time, you get in this bus, he comes down and he pulls over. The only place they can do it he pulls over and parks and the other bus goes
Yeah,
by.
yeah.
And
It's one lane basically, and
Yeah.
again, it's
And
all
there's
like
several-
that, serpentine.
There's several like tunnels where they tunnel through the,
Yeah.
through the
Mhm.
rock. We
Wow.
walked up there when I was younger.
Takes
Yeah.
a couple hours.
Right.
Your dad took me all through the thing.
Wow.
Fascinating.
It is.
Yeah, it was a very, and of course, if you just went around the mountain this way, you came to Salzburg, Austria.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Sound
a
of
beautiful
music.
city.
No.
Oh, my goodness,
Yeah.
talk about
sound.
food.
Yeah.
We were,
was
again,
the
on
lady
tour,
that made
like, it was like a
Oh,
central
sort of,
square that was kind of
track
like a
thing.
farmer's market. And there was this one kind of mobile, like, it wasn't really like a food truck, it was like a super deluxe food truck, like tractor trailer type thing. And it was all kinds of pretzels,
Uh-huh.
but there were
The
pretzels.
soft pretzel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
so there
those,
was the
yeah.
traditional ones, and then like bagel pretzels, and this pretzels, and that pretzels, and pretzels that were like, imagine a donut pretzel.
Oh wow.
You know, like, oh
Yeah.
man. I was
So
like, oh, I
good.
should have eaten one of those. You know?
And
Yeah.
some of the pastries, you'd go
Oh
to
my God.
you'd go to
Coffee
a,
shops
in a
are a
coffee
big
shop,
deal over
and
there.
Oh, really?
they'd have about
People-
30 different
people
types
really
of
don't
pastries.
eat dessert.
Yeah.
But they go in the afternoon.
And get
Go
pastries.
there.
Oh my God.
Kein Nachspeise?
Keine Nachspeise. Ne?
Yeah.
Schade.
And then
Nachspeise
across from
dessert.
where her sister lives is
Speaking of which.
a place. It's like a church in a sense.
It's a monastery,
monastery.
and they brew beer in
They brew
order
beer.
Mhm.
to supplement their income.
Boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's great
It's an
stuff.
interesting way of supplementing your income.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
a full-time
Yeah.
job.
It originally was a dietary supplement during Lent. A lot
Yes.
of the
Yes.
monks they would swear off like meat or something for Lent, but they would there are a lot of calories in beer. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
you had to keep your strength up one way or another so that you could still work. you know?
Right.
And it's like
Drink
what?
a bunch of beer.
16? Like oh no, Index is pretty old, isn't it?
Yeah.
12
Oh yeah,
something
what,
or-
1100.
Plus you couldn't drink the water back then.
And of course, you get
Yeah,
all
that
these
too.
people that live in Munich. They're rich, and then this place where her sister lives, like Steinberg.
It's
all
near a
around.
lake.
Mhm.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
beautiful,
Mhm.
bucolic countryside.
Nice
You know,
food,
everybody
nice
moved
folks,
out
you
of
know,
the
and
city,
all
built a
that.
big house,
Money, 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 money,
and all
money.
of that.
Wow. Yeah, I think
Really?
I've always kind of wanted to go see Germany and see like countryside.
Oh,
It
wow.
seems like it's
I trust you.
Do you ever-
There's several places. There's a Rhine River. It's
Rhine
beautiful.
River.
Yeah.
The Danube is beautiful.
Danny, I've heard that.
Okay. Get on a boat, take that boat ride, or go to Bavaria.
Yeah, definitely.
Bavaria is pardon me, Charlie.
Yeah.
It's traditional. It's Catholic.
Mhm.
They're pretty
Beautiful
laid back, friendly
churches.
people, you know.
Yeah.
Guest houses,
Mhm.
beer gardens, social,
Right.
very
Right.
social.
On the
You'd like that.
on our television, we have a guy named Rick Steves.
Mhm.
His program is Oregon Public Broadcasting.
Mhm.
That's where he's from, Oregon.
Oh,
And
okay.
he does all sorts of travel trips in Germany and wherever.
Wherever in the
And
world.
he's on,
That's his,
he's on our local station. He's generally on about
7:30.
7:30
Channel 2.
on Channel 2, which is a local PBS station. And he
That's
gives you a
fun
lot.
to
He's
watch.
been to Italy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes he'll be in a place. We've been there.
yeah.
I know that. Very cool.
Yeah, he's from Oregon Public Broadcasting.
Oh yes, we have the
How old is your
illicit
sister?
sparklers.
She's the one with the child, right?
Yeah, she's a year and a half older than me, so she's 27.
Oh, wicked old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wicked old. That's great. You have a niece or a nephew?
Nephew.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You got state of Washington plates on your car?
No, mine are California right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to get those changed. I got my
Yeah.
Massachusetts license, but I need to get my
Registration.
registration. Mine expires next month, so just trying to wait as long as possible.
Because you have to pay sales tax unless you can prove
Yeah.
you already paid it to another state.
Which I did, so I shouldn't have to do sales tax, I don't think, because I'll have my title and everything. But I think, like, even just getting my license changed over was like $115, and there's just so many
Oh.
fees involved.
Thank you.
in
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
well, this is why they call it Taxachusetts.
Yeah, really.
But I guess,
But-
I mean, I can appreciate that the infrastructure's pretty nice here, so.
Well, they,
It's not the potholes, oh my
They,
god. The
they
roads
used to
get beat
have
to
a
crap in the
military-
winter, right?
Yeah.
Freeze thaw, and a lot of salt and all of that, right? And my god.
they used to have a military
And they're ripping
fort.
up the streets in my neighborhood,
Oh,
laying
Fort
something,
Devon.
a
Gas
new
pipes.
gas pipe or
And
whatever.
the
Hopefully they're gonna repave the
Government
whole thing
basically gave it
afterwards.
to
I
the
hope-
state.
Street.
I hope
Called
so.
Devon's.
As
Yeah.
far as Merritt
And,
Vista,
um,
not Rosemont.
One of the big.
They gotta
companies-
pave that whole area someday.
No, we gotta make a mess,
What
you
the
know,
heck did
as
they
long
do
as
to
they're
fix
there,
it?
they
Built
wanted
their
to
third
do it,
building?
because
Yeah, I think.
90% of it is the setup cost.
I think I'm gonna write harass
What's the
the
big
state
building?
the town officials on the
Oh, yeah.
website, come on,
No, in
folks.
Devon's.
It's
Uh,
a
With the amount of
moonscape.
construction and then the amount
Yeah.
of cut-ins for sewer and.
Yeah,
Doesn't
it's a
matter.
moonscape.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
very bad.
what the hang is the name of the big company?
Oh,
In Devon's, not Squibb,
BASF,
um,
Bristol Myers?
Bristol Myers. They got Bristol Myers in there with 3 buildings.
Yeah.
And they got
Yeah, military
General
post.
Electric is moving their headquarters from Connecticut to Boston.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Shire
Electric.
did,
Yeah.
huge
Wow.
pharmaceutical company,
Yeah.
Shire
Pretty
relocated to
interesting.
Lexington and Waltham.
GE located in there.
Yeah.
There's been about 5
Massive
major
infusion.
international pharmaceutical companies relocating
Yeah.
inside the 128
Yeah.
loop.
But,
Yeah.
Bristol Myers
Good
is
for us.
got
Good-
3
good
buildings. It used to be a
hospitals.
military, it was known as Fort Devens, you know.
Boston is
and-
known for their
And
hospitals.
at one time, you used to have the planes fly over and the guys would jump out of
Yeah,
parachutes, excuse me.
yeah.
And so they.
They have a great
the
golf
Army is
course
still
there.
proud of it.
Well, they also are
Yeah.
about to finish the
Yeah.
world's largest indoor, fully automated digital movie-making
Production studio.
studio.
Wow.
All right, I think
Backless.
they've got about
Backless.
$400 or $500 million
TNT.
invested. They have yet to make a movie.
Burn the house
But-
down.
Once they start.
Yeah, once they start, you know,
Integrate
and,
nanny
and
state.
the reason is,
You know,
there's
grandma
somewhat,
stays in Massachusetts
well,
where we
first
have
of all,
to
even
look
though
after
this
you
is a
at all
very
costs.
expensive state to live in,
Fireworks are illegal.
all right?
Yeah.
Unlike
They
in
figure
the
it's gonna
great
be
state of
half the
Maine,
cost of
or New
shooting
Hampshire,
it in.
where there
Yeah,
are
I like them
fire markets,
always
there
have
are
California.
supermarkets.
Yeah.
So many
4 or 5
years.
You know, when
Yeah.
you go over
But
the
everyone
road,
always goes to
Route
Arizona.
19 and you go
Do they?
to,
Yeah, yeah,
what's the name of
Arizona.
the city?
Yeah.
Rocks, not, Brattleboro.
Yeah.
On the side of the road, there's fireworks.
Oh, I
shows.
know.
Yeah.
Al
Yeah.
Smart, I mean, we'll miss it this year, but for the picnic, he puts on like almost professional grade. Yeah, he shoots it off on his,
6 and 8 inch mortars
and he shoots it, they go off, detonate over the lake, you know, and he's
at
a
about
weld-
500-600
Thank
feet.
God he was wearing his welding gear, cause one of the tubes blew up, one of the things blew
On
up
the
in the
ground.
tube, on the ground.
Yeah,
You
any
know,
fun?
Well, he's a welder, right?
well,
So
Why
he's
don't you
got
wait
the
for the
gloves,
rest
the
of us?
vest, and the, you know,
I think
heavy
he had
hip.
leggings too.
Invite us out.
Wow.
Boom! And he goes, I lost it too.
That way.
And I went down the next morning with my rake and they had cleaned up really well. I had promised to rake up the bits and pieces, you know, and I couldn't find much
We have
actually.
some gnarly, what we call here, gnarly neighbors.
Interesting.
They bought the place from 2 people. One of the guys was actually born in Chesuncook, and his wife was Parisian, believe it or not. And he died of cancer in 97, 98, and they sold it.
The lake house, it's an inn,
Yeah,
believe it or not.
and this is an old community that used to be what they call a plantation. If you lived on the land, they gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then a British consortium came in and bought the northern half of Maine and tried to buy everybody out. Not everybody sold, so. But they isolated the village for years. There were 2 ways to get in, well, 3 ways. In the winter, you could drive in over the ice, 30 miles, 22 miles. Any other time, it was up the lake in a boat or a seaplane. And I grew up in a camp the size of this living room.
Wow.
Well, for
Okay.
the summers.
Yeah.
Just exclusively.
Oh, it was great, you know,
Yeah.
children's paradise.
Right,
You know,
right.
fishing, hunting, shooting,
Yeah.
you know, and they used to,
Boating, water skiing.
yeah, and of course, they used to log up there. They used to cut wood, put it on sleds, pile it next to the river. Somebody would come in and count it,
Wow.
okay? And then they dump it in the river and it'd flow downstream and then ultimately to the mill. Anyway, so things have changed and these people from Massachusetts bought it. And they had it made. All they had to do was be civil. And
Get by.
there's been war up there ever since.
Really?
It's been pathetic.
It's starting to fade though, but we have a crazy guy, you know, who's part of this family, who has the camp right behind the camp
He's
in
mentioned.
Richard's family. And we were half expecting him to call like the forest ranger or something to report Al from shooting off fireworks. But you're allowed to shoot off fireworks if you do it on your own property,
Right.
which is sort of basically what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if, I was gonna let him shoot it off ours.
Yeah,
All right, but you know, he's got a place off the edge of the lake now.
right,
But
right.
Justin, you talk about big pieces of,
Artillery.
yeah, I mean, this big
And
around.
then the big starbursts. and
Those
the-
are mortars.
Yeah,
Double, triple explosions,
yeah.
you know. Anyway, Al's an interesting guy. He,
Brought down a B-52, didn't it? Or is that a B-47? What was
no,
it?
B-52 crashed on Elephant Mountain outside of Greenville in 1963.
Or two in January.
Yeah, one just crashed a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I heard that. Everybody got out though.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you know, it's interesting. It always makes for an interesting end of the people, because people come from all over the village and they park their trucks on, you know, the camp lawns and on the road and sit on the hoods and or whatever and watch the fireworks.
Do people drive in?
They,
Oh,
you
a lot,
can
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, there's a decent road. I mean, we took my car.
Yeah, but I mean, so people from Greenfield or whatever come in? or
Greenville,
what?
for the day, well, I guess you could.
Oh, okay.
They levy
From
a
Greenville
toll
to the
coming
camp,
in.
it's about 5 hours. It's about 100 miles.
And it's more like 2.5, but you cannot go fast, really. You really
No,
can't.
I know, yeah, that's what you
Well,
said.
no, Charlene, you leave Greenville, okay? It's an hour and a half to the base of the lake, and it's 2.5 hours from the base of the lake into the village.
Just and you really
It's
need
like
to pick
4
your way.
hours.
Yeah, you're right.
Any McDonald's or Burger Kings or anything on the way in?
Only if you shoot it and cook it yourself.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah, it's an interesting,
when
you know,
you
talk
get
about
there,
a-
you find out you
What,
get
you want
reminded
some
what
more
quiet is all
No,
about.
I caught a little dust mote
Oh, yeah.
was coming down.
Uh-huh.
One of those feathers.
But,
From
Over
the-
there,
From the,
from the sleeping
Sleeping
bag.
bag.
There was an you know, and here's the other part of the story. The guy put it in a garbage bag, all right, sent it back to LO Bean and they replaced it.
Oh, really?
LO Bean guarantees
That's
everything
great.
forever.
yeah.
yeah.
So what did he do? He just burst the seams and everything?
He went
like that?
crazy. He doesn't know. He just started thrashing around, and all of a sudden there was where the zipper meets the lining,
It was just-
which is the weakest part. He tore that, and he got out of it, and he came out of it like it was still. It was outside on the lawn, okay, right at the where your head comes out. It was still connected. And then there was this big split where it met the zipper, and he came out there. So.
It's like a milkweed pod. You know?
Well, a lot of, when you got a 4-pound sleeping bag good for 20 below, there's a lot of down in that.
Yeah, I know, that's always a tiny feather.
So,
Well, it's an interesting place.
The, stuff is ready for,
Sehr gut.
All right, so
Sundays if anybody
grab a
wants.
bowl and let's not be shy. You gotta haul out the ice cream?
yeah, you watch out. You get your hand